and we're on. Um, it's 10 p.m. London time, so we've been out of the game for like
Enough.
3.5 hours now after walking miles to get back home. We're gonna do a little match reaction because that was good fun for me, and I'm sure it was an experience for Grant.
One of the experiences of all time.
Um, I'll just start off with the easy things. Chelsea fans were absurdly quiet for a home game, regardless of expectations or anything. That needs to be better because we completely wiped them away when it comes to the sound levels. Um, Constant chanting from the City fans was awesome. Goals were awesome. What do you want to talk about? You talk a little bit so we can.
I don't know. I didn't have a choice to be here now. I, like Mila was alluding to in terms of expectations, I didn't have any. I mean, I always say like I need to listen to myself more instead of just getting my hopes up for no reason. So I understood the task at hand, and like I've said before, given our current situation, personnel, I don't expect anything. But in terms of the game, at least you would like to see some fight. You would like to see something there, but it was really bad in terms of the game. From a Chelsea perspective, I thought Hato had a solid performance at center back, but again, we still concede 3 goals. It was just a very disappointing performance, start to finish. There was zero structure, and for all the fans that complained about how rigid our system was under a previous manager, you happy now? There's a reason these players were in this structure. They're not good enough to free roam. Like I saw Pedro Neto multiple times run across the field to the other side of the wing, lose the ball, and not track back. It's unacceptable. So the performance itself was just utter dog shit. But in terms of being at the bridge, I was ecstatic just to be able to go to a game, have that experience. I was really happy about that. And I know I talk about it a little bit, but since I'm a Clippers fan, I can't be hurt. I cannot be hurt when it comes to going to live sporting events supporting my team. But just to be there, that was really fun. I wish we could have celebrated a fucking goal.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean the Cucurella goal got disallowed like what after a second, so we got like a literal second of that. Oh, we're up, and obviously the atmosphere would have been pretty good, relatively speaking.
Relative. That's a good talking point though because silence
It
from the
was
first
well
minute
because that,
until the goal.
and that's a good point because what I said was up until City scoring the first goal, we'd be up for it. It's a big match. It's a top six side. We have not beat them in 5 years. So you would think, and obviously, my prediction was it would get toxic as soon as they scored the first, but we weren't even up for it as a crowd from
Oh,
start to finish. So it was really
There was no
disappointing.
toxicity. There was
It was
no.
just it's that expectation, like you were saying. I think that's the why, not to justify
Yeah,
it, but the atmosphere in that sense wasn't great. But
but
again, just
that's
from a personal perspective, selfishly speaking, I was just really happy to be able to go experience a game there,
yeah.
and I will more than likely be experiencing a protest in a week's time because it shows. Everything showed. I mean, I don't really want to regurgitate all the talking points I've been spewing for months, but it's all playing out. It's all playing out.
Yeah.
Even some of our best players. I'm a huge fan of Cole Palmer, and a lot of people were saying, "Why is he out on the left? And the half space is over there. He needs to be freed." I think he did much more work defensively today.
You guys didn't have the
Then,
ball.
but even when we did have the ball, he didn't do
Yeah,
much.
no.
You know what I mean? So it's just overall very disappointing from a Chelsea
Mhm.
perspective. Like I said in a few videos previously, it looks like we're going to finish where we deserve to finish, and
I think
it's
that's
really
fair.
sad based on where we started the season in terms of where we were on
Definitely.
the project and how we could have built on that. And our owners selfishly thought that they were the ones that were bringing the success, and yeah, they've kamikazed their project. So
I think closing touches on the game today, at least from the Chelsea perspective, is that in terms of like we were talking about with the not chanting, not showing personality at the field, I don't like silence. I'd rather than be booing your own team, booing Rosignor, chants at Rosignor.
Rosignor didn't even come clap the fans, by the way.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. That's why we stayed all the way until the end. I wanted to see him and let him know how I felt.
So I don't know.
But
Top down, it's not.
and it's
not looking
embarrassing
good.
because again,
Yeah.
he's the puppet, right? We've talked about it. Regardless of him being set up for failure, he's absolutely the puppet. And some of those quotes from Fabrizio getting that notification as we're walking home because the tube was closed, infuriating. It's great rage bait. So the script Igbali gave him for the post game presser was well done, asshole.
We'll go on a little lighter note now, and we'll stop talking about Chelsea.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Good point.
City rolled out a 4-2-4 again out of possession. I think that's one of the bigger talking points is that past 3 games we've seen this. It is all big games against big teams, so I'm not necessarily sure this is going to be a game to
I think you're
game,
shaking the camera when you.
game to game thing. But especially in these big games when we want the other team to show a little bit of fight and personality to see if you can match us. And I think today, like what you were saying about the Cole Palmer stuff is, yeah, he didn't really have much to do, but that's because we didn't really allow much to happen. In the midfield, like you guys really didn't create much.
No, I think our best
Mainly from the
progressor of the ball
wingers.
was Hato. And he was playing for center
Yeah,
back. Like the
yeah,
midfield wasn't great
yeah.
today. Santos was good out of possession. I thought he played really well in terms of that, and that is partly because of our structure being utter dog shit. That he has to go fill those
covers
gaps
ground.
and just make last ditch tackles. But again, that's
Right.
where we're at right now. That's the positives.
Yeah. And I think from a City perspective, I thought the first half was kind of, yeah, boring. I'll say boring.
Did not get out of second gear.
We didn't get into first gear.
The gear wasn't working.
Yeah, we didn't go out of park.
And
Like,
I'll let you kind of elaborate on this, but at least from my perspective, it almost felt like I think I said maybe 2 minutes in. Dylan's behind the camera, so he can attest. But yeah, nice, that's great. But Dylan can attest. Maybe about 2 minutes into the second half, oh, they're gonna score very soon, and they just flipped the switch. They almost decided, and I think that says a lot about both teams. Where it's City can do that, and so you know what? Let's just end this now. And then Chelsea are a team that'll roll over in its current state.
I definitely think mentality plays a part, but I was talking to Zaid, who was in the away section with me, and they're gonna after that first half performance, Pep was gonna yell at them. The title's in our hands, and we're gonna go into the half, and he's gonna just let them know that the title's in your hands. If you really want it, go get it, go grab it. That was 1. 2, he did have a quote about the sunshine. And the sunshine came out in the second half.
What was the quote?
That we play better in the later parts of the season because the sun comes out. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. But I took that into account today. The sun came out at the second half, shining on the south end.
You guys won in those horrific kits.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's another thing. We broke the curse. Yeah. But the first half, just a lot of dribbling, a lot of nonsense passing, no desire or conviction. And then, like Grant was saying, that completely changed in the second half. Whether it's the sunlight, Pep's pep talk, the players' mentality,
Our defense,
or just running towards the away fans and having that extra boost in morale, like they turned it on, and were able to put the game away within like a 15-minute span.
2 minutes, right? You scored those 2 goals very quickly.
Yeah, they were pretty
and
quick,
again, this team, honestly, when they scored the first goal, I don't expect these guys to be able to do anything. And I think, kind of to what you were saying, part of that is how bad our defense is, but at the same time, you take what you're given, and immediately, I mean, all the goals we conceded were pretty terrible. But
a lot of them were crosses.
Yeah,
so
but again, the space that you guys are giving, like you don't give a player like Cherokee time and space to pick out a pass, like especially in the final third, he's right outside the box. Well, he's earning that, but
that's the thing. Like a lot of our chances come from Cherokee taking the ball from one side of the pitch to the other, and destroying your guys' structure. Yeah. So I think he's that.
I'm not taking. Yeah, I don't want to take credit away.
I think
that
went a little under the radar today for a lot of people. Is that Cherokee was making? It's not that you had no structure, but a very fragile structure, and he was breaking it down.
I used the word fragile many times today towards
that's what it was, and he did a very good job of just breaking it open. Because in terms of us trying to play a long ball, it took about 65 minutes.
For a player of his quality, that's an easy puzzle to solve.
I don't know. I feel like you guys handled it well in the first half, but once we adjusted, it was over. And that could also just be us not playing well enough, but I thought it never looked like you were going to win it, but it didn't look like we were going to run away with it in the first half. And that guys, it could end a 1-1 or something like that. Yeah. But as the game went on, City looked like they wanted it. Cherokee's walking up to the corner flag with a big smile at the fans every time. Nico Riley's celebrating like a
Hope he's all
madman
right.
after his goal. I think he's fine.
Cool.
I think their left side's the problem for us. The O'Reilly underlapping runs.
Gahey scored, kicked the
Oh,
flag.
yeah. Again, a
Like-
center back's able to take a touch and have a hit.
Yes.
Embarrassing.
It is.
Good for him.
He's good on the
He
ball.
hates us, and
Yeah.
rightfully so. We
Yeah.
treated him like shit.
So I don't know. Everything I wanted to happened today. I got to do the Poznan with Zaid.
And my thing that I got to call was that I said the Roman Abramovich chance would come at some point.
There
but
you go. You got
yeah,
it.
it's a, you know what? And to all the PR that's been coming out the past few weeks, that type of performance speaks much louder in terms of the direction we're going in. And I think the protest would only gain momentum from an embarrassing performance like that from our perspective. There's nothing positive to take away. And my curse continues. I bought a scarf. I bought a match day scarf, and it was, I got Steve. And that was one of the worst performances I've seen from him. He wasn't great today. And again, he's not going to be world class level every game by any means, but wasn't great from Steve today.
Bernardo did a lot to help out with Steve,
And Pedro Neto played 90 minutes. So that was really unfortunate.
Yeah,
the lap came on. I was like, all right, perfect. If I can throw an elbow, get a sent off. Like, I just need something. And nothing. And he gets a Pradicki.
I did get a Pradicki.
Gets a fucking
Totally forgot
Pradicki.
about that. Put it on the counter.
Jarvis, update the Pradicki chart.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, be quiet. We're recording.
What am I missing? I didn't
Arsenal.
come into this game. Yes, that was going to be my closing remarks. I did not go into with this game with any analytical mind at all. I just wanted a good time, enjoy the away section, enjoy seeing my team live. So I don't really have much more in terms of breaking down the game. Holland was okay.
For my final remarks in regards to breaking down the game, we're shit.
They're shit. Pedro Neto, yes, but João Pedro, shit.
Yeah, he wasn't great.
Arsenal, hello. Are you watching?
Are you watching? Are you watching Arsenal? Are you watching Arsenal?
That was a good chant. That was I did laugh a little bit because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not going to be delusional after all the things I'm saying. They go, oh yeah, we're going to be able to beat Man City based off everything I say on this channel. You wouldn't believe that. So I just wanted to have a good time, like you said. I want to enjoy the bridge, be there, and just take it in. Pause. But yeah, all things considered, with this rate, we might miss Europe. We really might. Brentford and Everton, I'm now going to have to look at their fucking games and results. So we'll see how we fucking finish this.
What a time.
Diabolical.
Arsenal, you got 1 week of training. You got...
A Sporting midweek.
You don't even have a week of training. You got a game that you got to put away if you want any silverware this year. And then you got to come to the Etihad. And I don't think I need to say much more because I've been talking my shit for the past 5 months. And I feel validated. So, Facundo, I could just go and name all the Arsenal fans right now, but I'll just stick with him because he's been on the pod. Oh, Brendan, you've been on the pod too. Milan's been on the pod.
All of them.
There we go.
And everyone else around the world.
Shout out to y'all. I hope you're watching. Awesome.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.